Then Jesus said, when you give, that means that giving is expected. He doesn't say if you give. He doesn't say if you got some extra, right? He says when you give, giving is expected. It's required. Giving is a given. And we don't talk about giving here a whole lot, and that's on purpose. So that means when I do have to talk about it, you have to give me grace. Giving is an act of righteousness to others and to God. That means that giving is relational. In Acts chapter 2, the first church walked in relationship by devoting themselves to God's word and God's people and God's presence. And then it says that one of the large ways that they did this was that they gave to each other and for each other. See, I think often when we see that they devoted themselves to the fellowship, we think that means they got together at the synagogue. That means they worshiped together at the temple. But what we miss is, what it tells us right after that is, everyone sold property, everyone gave what they had so that others would have what they need. They devoted themselves to each other by giving. Jesus makes it clear, if we're going to walk with him, we're going to give. Why? I think the biggest reason is this, because God's a giver. Psalm 145 verse 16 says that God himself gives to satisfy the desires of every living thing. Jesus has said and will continue to say throughout the Gospels that the same rain falls on the just and the unjust, that God is kind to the ungrateful and the wicked. He is a giver. John 3:16 tells us clearly that God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. James 1:17 says every good and perfect gift is from above. And if you grew up in a really traditional church, that means every Sunday at offering time you probably sang 1 Chronicles 29:14. All things come of thee. And as the King James says, of thine own we have given thee. Which means anything that I give to you is only because God already gave it to me. God gave Adam and Eve a garden, gave Abraham a child, gave Israel a land, and then judges and prophets and kings, all leading to the day when he would give them the Messiah. He has given us himself. God is a giver, and so if we're going to be disciples, we're going to have to give. When you give, Jesus said, give in secret. Give from what God has done, not trying to get God to do something else. Give as those who are living in the joy of their reward, not those who are trying to get God to give them a different reward or another reward or a bigger reward. Here's the thing, give because he will always keep giving himself. It's not that he will make sure you have what you need. You don't give money because God will take care of the money. You give because God will give himself. He has, he is, he always will. And so you know what you'll never run out of? God.